One of the most frustrating things today on modern vehicles is there just doesn't seem to be a real good place to put your floor jack. Today, we're going to be jacking up my wife's 2023 Subaru Outback with a floor jack. I'm going to show you the jack I use and how I support it. Stick around. So on this particular generation, this happens to be a 2023, but it goes back to, oh gosh, I don't know, like 20 to 25 now, I think, something around there. But we're forced to use the pinch weld to jack the car up, basically, is what we're getting at here. So what I have is I have these little adapters, and they sit right on top of a floor jack. And so that gives me a nice rubber cushion to go up against my pinch weld here. So I can put floor jacks under the pinch weld. The problem is, and I'll show you the lifting point here in just a minute, but where I'm forced to put my floor jack, which I have a pinch weld adapter on here as well. So this is just a rubber adapter that slaps right on top of your standard floor jack puck. It just sits on there. But then this rubber will go right up in underneath and get, let the pinch weld sit right inside of it there. So that just snaps down on there, and I just leave this on here permanently. I lift everything with that rubber adapter on there. It doesn't hurt a thing. When you get underneath, what you're looking for on this pinch weld here, if I can find it, is this spot here with these two notches. If you look in your owner's manual, right between these two notches is where they show, they've got metal doubled up here, that's where they show putting the factory jack that comes with the car. So that's the front. If you go to the back, you've got another one right there. So essentially what I do is I bring that floor jack up, and I'm basically going right over top of that. So I'll get the jack under here, and then I'll bring the camera under and I'll show you how it sits. But before I do that, I need to explain something. What I am about to do to my car, I'm comfortable with. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in a minute. There's a couple reasons that I do what I'm about to do, and I'll go over them. When I jack this car up, you're going to see both front and rear tires come off the ground when I jack it up in the front end. Now I know what you're thinking. You're going to twist the frame of the car. Think about how many times you've maybe watched the Driving Sports TV YouTube channel. You've watched people off-roading the Subarus, and they show it getting crossed up where it's teetering and two wheels are off the ground. This is no different. In fact, it's probably less stress because we're lifting it slower. So again, this is not a approved method for lifting your car, but it's how I do it. All right, so you should be able to see there how we're sitting. We're sitting just ahead of the plastic in the pinch weld there, and just behind it in the front. So we basically are straddling, that spot where there's no plastic, because that is where they lift the car. If you take it to the dealership or the mechanic shop, that's where their jack pad goes when they lift it on a hoist. All right, so here we go. All right, we're bottomed out. So as you can see, we're off the ground with both front and rear tires. Now, the back tire's not that high off the ground, but it's plenty high enough to get the wheel off. So what I do here is I take my rear jack stand, and I put it right here underneath these 2 points again, and I run this up. And you can see my jack is maxed out. Okay? So that's where she's going to sit, right there. So I leave that one in place. And then on the front, I have some taller jack stands, and I usually take the puck off because remember, we're using the spot we're supposed to put the jack. So this is where it gets a little tricky. Where am I supposed to put my jack stand? I put my front jack stand right underneath that subcarriage right there, right underneath that front frame support. And then I let the jack down. Nice and easy. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Okay. So I've got all of the weight off the jack. Get you back under here and I'll show you how that turned out. So you can see we're sitting, typically I would like to sit inside that. It looks like I'm sitting on the edge of it. And then that's what the rear looks like. So now we'll go over to the other side of the car. We're going to repeat the process and we'll get all 4 tires off the ground. So now we go over to the other side of the car, repeat the process, find our 2 notches, center that puck up. Now you do want to be careful, don't go crazy, because remember, you are sitting on that pinch weld on the other side of the car. So I like to usually take the second side kind of slow. You'll hear the stand settle a little bit. That was the one on the driver's side, underneath the subcarriage that's creaking a little bit. So I go up and I kind of look and I make sure it doesn't look like my jack stands are tipping at all. Make sure they're still sitting on all 4 corners. Give them a look, everything looks fine. So I'll grab my other 2 jack stands. I'll bring them around, get them ready here. So now you're actually supporting the car in 3 points, not 1, because you've got 2 supports on the other side and just 1 on this side. Same thing, I run that one up all the way. Okay, and that's it. So in this case, the car is sitting a little bit nose high, and that's how I wanted it because I'm about to do the front brakes on this car. If you're interested in seeing how to change the front brakes on one of these, you'll want to watch for that video to come out. This video will post first, and then about a week later, you'll see the front brake video post. But if I were doing my CVT fluid change, I would want the car more level because I want it as level as possible for checking the fluid when I'm on the fill process. I would have flip-flopped my jack stands because these jack stands in the front actually go higher than the ones in the rear. So I would put the higher ones in the rear in order to get the back end off the ground just a little higher, get the car more level. So like I said, these newer cars, they're just difficult to lift. In fact, if you've got an Impreza, this floor jack I just used won't even fit under the pinch weld because the car is too low to the ground. So on those cars, I drive the front tires up onto a 2x4 or a 2x6. That gives me enough room to then get my jack underneath the pinch weld. Otherwise, you got to go out and buy a lower profile jack, which you can certainly do. They make lower ones than this Craftsman. I've had this jack for over 20 years, and I find a way to work with what I have, not have to turn around and go buy another special jack for one vehicle. But yeah, that's how I lift my wife's 2023 Subaru Outback. We had a 2021 Subaru Ascent. Pretty sure I lifted that one the same way. Didn't get under that one as many times as I've been under this because we didn't have it that long. But I'm sure Subaru would freak out if they saw what I just did and lifted the car the way I did, but it works. So again, if this bothers you, don't do it this way. Figure out another way to lift your car. I had somebody ask me how I lifted the car. This is how I lift the car. So if that helped you out, great. If it made you nervous, I'm sorry. We'll see. Remember, if you're interested in seeing the front brake job, that video will come out in about a week. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.